Hey guys, you're watching Kitty Crafts. Exactly 1 year ago, on September 22nd, 2018, I had the amazing opportunity of going to a BTS concert in Canada. I really want to share with you guys what that experience was like, while also showing you a tutorial of a BT21 canvas that I made using mini beads. It'll be like a vlog and tutorial in one, a vlogtorial, if you will. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm using mini beads to make all of the characters and some MIDI beads to make the base that they will stand on, and the design I'm recreating is from BT21 official, so you can go to their account to check it out yourself. In no particular order, I'm starting off with Jin's character RJ. All I'm doing is following the pattern, and I usually do the black outline first before I fill it up with all the different colors. For RJ, of course, I needed a lot of white mini beads as well as red, pink, and brown. While you're watching the time-lapse, how about I start talking about my experience going to the BTS concert. So originally, when the BTS Love Yourself concert tour dates came out, I wasn't in Canada and I completely missed the ticket sales. Everything was sold out or really expensive, like $1,000. So I didn't plan to go to the concert at all, but as the months passed, it was always on the back of my mind, and I thought, if I don't go to a BTS concert now, I don't know if I will ever get to do it again. The day before their second concert here, I checked ticket sales and there was one ticket that was only $200. Oh my gosh. Guys, I just did a thing. The BTS World Tour Love Yourself in Hamilton. I'm going to it tomorrow. On Saturday, I spontaneously bought this ticket just an hour ago. I'm gonna be in section 225, row 3, seat 11. It's like not the greatest seat, but it's a seat. I am so excited, and I can't believe that I'm actually gonna go see BTS. I'm glad that I bought it because I don't think I'll ever get a chance to see them in Canada again, so might as well. And I really like the Love Yourself era, so I'm so excited. Yeah. Next up is Shooky, which was exactly how I felt when I realized that I was actually going to be seeing BTS live in concert. I was also kind of surprised that they were doing the concert in Hamilton and not in Toronto, but this worked out great for me because my university isn't too far from there. So on the day of the concert, my mom and I drove to Hamilton, and it was a perfect day. Everything was bright and sunny, and as we got closer and closer to the venue, you could just feel the energy going up. You could see so many fans outside of the First Ontario Centre, and it was unlike anything I've ever seen or experienced before. The line for, I guess, the general admission, where they don't have assigned seating, was huge, and it went all the way down different buildings. Look at all the people.
Arriving at First Ontario Centre.
Speaking of all the fans, next up I'm working on Van. I should also mention that this is the first time that I ever went to a big stadium concert. I had never previously gone to any other concerts that were in such a huge venue and could fit thousands of people. So seeing all these people out here lining up and being excited for the concert was a completely new experience for me, and I was just so amazed at everything that I saw. While those of us who had assigned seating waited for the doors to open, there was this plaza area where a lot of people gathered. There was a huge crowd of people, with people dancing, listening to their music, taking pictures, of course, and that was also the merchandise area where you could get your army bombs and t-shirts and all that kind of stuff. When I went to buy my army bomb, which was 70 Canadian dollars, the cashier said, "Oh, we're sold out." And I thought, what? No, impossible. How can you already be sold out of army bombs? And then I looked behind him, and there was a pile of at least 200 army bombs, and then I realized he was just messing with me. If you can look past the price tag of one of these light sticks, I promise you that it is definitely worth it and makes the whole experience so much more fun. By the way, to iron these sprites, I use the masking tape method, and I set my iron at setting number 1 and use a clear film to get a shiny finish, and then squash it with a book. This is where they sell the merch. I just got a light stick in this merch area. There's a giant poster for you to take pictures with. Wow.
Friendly reminder for today, no cameras are allowed.
As it got closer to concert time, I waited in the car and put my own batteries into the army bomb. Otherwise, you had to pay $5 to get batteries. I'm unboxing the army bomb in the car. This is what it looks like. It's version 3 and there's like little shaky things. And you get a little photo card with a pouch. There's one for each of them. Wow! That's actually really cool. I didn't expect it to have photo cards. Whoa, now I have 7 new photo cards. Yay! And then I'm gonna put batteries in this and then go to the pairing station to pair it up. Now I'm making Mang, and this one is a bit different because I have to use some tape to make the tail connect when ironing. Before the doors opened, I went back up to the plaza area to check out all the commotion that was going on. There was also the pairing booth where I got my army bomb connected to the stadium so that they can control all of our light sticks and make them flash at whatever times they want or change color, which is so cool. I also watched a crowd of people surrounding some dancers and everybody was chanting the BTS song. I think it was Fake Love that they were dancing to, and man, do these people have energy. I had to just relax in that moment and I just watched other people take pictures before I went in. This is the BTS studio where they could take photos with holograms of the members. This one's already closed, I think. This is where you can do it. I even saw a guy controlling a drone over that crowd, and I think he was probably part of the BTS film crew. Here's Chimmy, and finally the doors have opened. I entered into the venue, and right away I could already hear people chanting, singing to the songs that were playing. As we waited for the concert to begin, I went around the venue to see the different areas that people could sit and just to see what the stage looked like from different angles. I headed up to my assigned seat and it was surprisingly pretty good. I could see the stage right there in the center, and the stage wasn't as far as I imagined it would be. Then I got my army bomb hooked up and working, and then we waited for the concert to begin. This is TaTa, and from this point on, I'm showing you a bunch of cool concert clips that I was able to get. There are lots of things that I didn't film since I wanted to experience the concert as much as I could, but some things I just really wanted to record as a memory and to look back on it so that I could relive the whole experience. The first performance was Idol, and that one was really a cool entrance because there was fire and it was just... And then they did their cute little intros and said their name as if we didn't already know who they were. It was so loud. Everyone was screaming and I felt like I already lost my voice within the first 5 minutes of the show. Since I don't want to get copyrighted for using their music in this video, I'm going to let you guys guess what songs they're performing in some of these clips. It can be a bit tricky, but let me know in the comments what your guesses are. One of my favorite performances of theirs was Save Me, since that's my all-time favorite BTS song, and it transitioned perfectly into I'm Fine. Seesaw was also one of my favorite performances, and there were just too many to pick. Every set, every performance was just awesome and amazing. This was one of their last songs, and I'm sure you guys can guess which one this is. And at the end, they just lined up in this red row here and disappeared into the bottom of the stage. They made it seem like it was the end of the concert, but of course they wouldn't leave us without saying goodbye, right? The whole crowd turned into this cool blue color, and we had a short little intermission where we waited for them to come back for their encore stage. With that very pink intro to So What, now I'm gonna make Cooky. Cooky is Jungkook's character and he is my bias in BTS, so let me show you guys some of my favorite moments from the entire concert. There are lots of cute and fun moments that are probably unique to every concert, so I'm glad that I was able to capture some of those. Man was the prettiest performance in my opinion because of all the colors.
I really am so thankful for today.
I'll never forget it. 사랑합니다, 캐나다. Very good. Hey, RJ, say something. Please, give my back.
I felt so happy to be here the entire time. I was ready so much to meet you, Canada.
I think I got so much energy while performing and rapping here. One of my favorite rappers is from Canada. You guys know Drake? Army, do you love me? Hey JK, do you love me? Don't be sad.
Canada has one of the best audience we ever had. We did these 2 shows, but for the first show we were like so surprised with your energy. But the one thing was that we weren't satisfied with ourselves. So last night we had this small gathering and watching our video with the first show of Canada and like fixed and talk and have like a good little discussion for the performance. So tonight is the first night after that. So I hope you guys could feel how much we struggled and concentrated. I told you this before, but I love maple syrup, you guys.
The last BT21 character I'm making is Koya. He is my favorite character and I just love him because he's a cute blue koala who just loves to sleep and relax. When I think back to this concert, it was actually a pretty long and great experience, even though at the time I probably wished it could have lasted a little longer. Since I don't have any other previous concert experience to compare this to, I thought the BTS concert was completely perfect. Everything felt like it was organized and planned super well. Whenever they had time to speak, it felt really genuine and like they were really trying hard to connect with each and every one of us, even though there were thousands of us in the same room. I'm probably biased, and well, I am, but I think a BTS concert is one that you should definitely experience if you ever have the chance to. I was really lucky to experience the Love Yourself era live, and I'm so glad that I decided to go to their concert on September 22nd, 2018. I also just noticed that all of the lights turned pink at the end of the concert, which happened to be the colors for the Map of the Soul Persona album, so coincidence? I don't think so. The concert is over, everybody is leaving now. Now I have to head back to my dorm room. It's so fun. Yay. Now let's finally finish up this bead project. I'm making a BT21 logo inside of a speech bubble just like in the design. Make sure you have a good number of black and white mini beads because this project used so many of it up. I got this 40 by 30 centimeter canvas from the dollar store, and then I made this huge black midi bead platform that the characters will be standing on, and I ironed this one at setting number 3. Here are all the BT21 characters and their logo in the speech bubble. You can see that they all have a shiny finish to them because I used ironing film to iron them. They look a lot cuter when they're mini beads because they're so small and delicate, but you can definitely use midi beads to make these as well. And to glue these, you can use hot glue or super glue, but I found these glue dots that I just wanted to use up so that I could stick them on, but I could also take them off if I wanted to reposition each of the characters into into a different order. Once you've stuck on everything, that's all there is to it. This is exactly what the BT21 Instagram photo looks like. I made a few character modifications to make them, in my opinion, cuter, and I love how it turned out. Thank you guys so much for checking out this BT21 canvas tutorial and for listening to my BTS concert experience. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell notification so that you'll be updated on my new videos, and I will see you guys next time with another cutie craft. Bye!